I will start this show with an email. Dear Nate, I find it completely unacceptable that you've had America's Most Haunted in your possession for over 4 days and have yet to record an episode telling us what you think. Still love the show. Thanks, Anthony. Anthony, how dare you? How dare you? But I totally agree with you. So we'll fix that on episode 130 of Coast to Coast Pinball. Let's go. Welcome to Coast to Coast Pinball. My name is Nate Shivers. This is a podcast. It's a commentary. I'm a man out of quarters. How are you doing? Coming to you not live on a Saturday night. January 10th, 2015. I hope you are all doing well out there, wherever you may be in the world. We are just a week away from Arcade Expo in Banning, California. We are 2 weeks away from It Never Drains in Southern California, in San Dimas, California, so there's a lot going on. I'm still sick, apparently. Sorry. Wow. But first and foremost, applause, thank yous for Spooky Pinball delivering me America's Most Haunted. I have number 22, serial number 22 of America's Most Haunted, sitting here in the Coast to Coast Pinball Studios, next to Bride of Pinbot, next to Twilight Zone, next to Tales from the Crypt. It fits in great. It looks awesome. It's beautiful. I have been playing this game nonstop. Like, literally, I have never gotten a game. I was trying to add up how many games I've bought and had in my possession in my pinball collecting career, and it's somewhere in the low teens. I've never had a game that I continually played over and over and over again, like I do with America's Most Haunted. So if that's a good preface to where I'm going to go with my, I won't call this a review, quote unquote, but I'll tell you this is my first impressions episode of America's Most Haunted. I got the game on Monday? Was it Monday? Monday of this week, and I was so excited. The delivery truck came into my cute little suburban San Diego neighborhood and pallet jacked the game down. It was awesome. Charlie wrote me a fantastic, very flattering note/letter on the side of the box, which that was saved and cut out and hung in my garage. And so that was pretty exciting. Teresa was very excited as well. I've never bought a game new in box before. I've just never felt the need to be an early adopter like that, and I've never felt the want to spend that much money. And with this game I did, and I pulled the trigger, and I'm very happy I did. It's a lot of fun. So I had to, unbox the game, had to get the game in here and do all that good stuff. And those of you who buy new in-box games, you know how fun that is to be the first one and to get to put the balls into the game and put it all together and lock the head in place. It's a lot of fun. It's really a rush and a thrill, and I see why people get sort of into the flow of buying new in-box games and just having them perfect and brand new. And, most games I've bought are in, medium player's condition to pretty nice, nicely routed games, I would say. And a little ding here or there is probably already there when I get it. Well, this game has none of that. There's no dings, there's no scratches. So I find myself just incredibly cautious as I'm moving the game into place in my studios here, where I want it and how I want it, and trying desperately not to put the first ding in it on the first week. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's good. It's hard. It's kicking my butt. I will tell you in full disclosure, I've been in contact with Charlie almost every other day since I got it, a couple times every day, just me asking questions about it. I've had a couple minor little problems. One of them, and kudos to Charlie on this, before the game even arrived, he had emailed me and said, hey, there may be something you need to check for. And there was just simply a wire that was wired wrong, that he caught his new employees wiring incorrectly on a game still in Wisconsin, and he thought mine might have had that issue. So he told me ahead of time with photos and emails right from the source saying, hey, check this before you do anything. It's not going to kill anything, but it won't be perfect. Fix this. So I had to switch 2 wires and fixed it. Easy peasy. Which easy peasy, by the way, is a Teresa saying, so I blame her for that one. So I did that, and 10 minutes later I was up and going and having a blast. So I will tell you, The game is, as I've played it on some of the locations I've seen it, it's fast, it's quick, it's brutally difficult. You have to get a feel for it. It feels like a Stern game, I would say, as far as control of the ball and the flippers. It has that vibe to me of kind of like a Stern-like game. Real hard, sharp flipper attack, quick flippers. Now you can adjust all the coils, and that was what I did the first night. Is I played a few games and I adjusted the flippers maybe and got them where I wanted them, because I don't want my flippers just lightning fast and too strong on this game. And once you play this game, if you haven't already, you'll understand why. But I want them powerful. I want them to be able to hit the shots. And then I played the slings. I wanted the slings at an appropriately quick pace. Fast enough to really make me a better player, but not ridiculous, so that they're shooting the ball up the orbits every time they sling the ball around. So I dialed those in, got them where I liked them, and that's been good. I will tell you, the rule set of this game has been talked about as being a pretty deep rule set. It is deep, and not only is it deep, it's a hard game to get through, which makes it that depth seem even deeper, if I can use the word deep a few more times here. The game is based around this ghost theme, obviously. You're ghost hunters. You are on a TV reality show, and you're out hunting ghosts. And there's 4 main sections of the game to complete to fight the demon at the end, to get to the final boss battle. And I think that some of the modes within those 4 main sections of the game are just incredibly well thought out. Better thought out than rules I see on a lot of Stern games. Better thought out than a lot of the classic Williams games. Some variety and some interesting approaches to some of the modes and some of the ways you have to complete things. It's really neat. I'm still digging through them. Sometimes I get something lit that I haven't gotten lit very many times, and I get really nervous. I'm like, I got that lit. I need to hit that to start this, and then I blow it. That's happened a lot. My average ball time is probably scary low, just because you're still learning the shots, learning the feel. And this game's fast. This game is fast. And some of the main shots on this game are dangerous. So you have all this mix of these deep rules, this fast game, and these dangerous shots create for an incredibly challenging gameplay experience, which is one of the reasons I bought this game, because I want a game at home that I'm always going back to try and see more of, get deeper into. So in this room, I have a Bride of Pinbot, which to me is the opposite of that. It's one of the simplest, most shallow rule sets in all of kind of classic pinball. Highly thought after games tend to have nowadays a little bit deeper rule sets. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And Bride of Pinbot has very, very shallow rules, and I don't play it that much. Tales from the Crypt has a lot of modes, but nothing very deep there. It's pretty linear. It doesn't, you just finish all the modes to get to the wizard mode, and it's real simple. And then obviously we have Twilight Zone, which is very deep. It's complex in its build and all the different shots and things you can do and ways you can score and approaches to the game. But even in Twilight Zone, and this is a game I've owned for years now, it's not deep in the sense of it's not like Lord of the Rings, where you're always progressing through things. Twilight Zone comes down to hitting certain shots over and over and over again. And there's a lot of that game that, for scoring purposes and even progression through the door panel purposes in Twilight Zone, parts of that game you're just simply trying to avoid. You're trying to stay away from parts of that game. Like, you don't want to get in the pop bumpers. You don't want rocket ship shots auto shooting for you in Twilight Zone. You want none of that. So there's a lot of that game where you're trying to kind of avoid it to get to the big points or to get door panels. You can really do all that with just a few shots. So then you look at a game like America's Most Haunted. It's a fan layout. I count, staring at the game, from the flippers, not counting stand-up targets. If we look at places to shoot the ball, we have a left orbit, 1. We have a left saucer shot with the door in front of it that you have to open, so that's 2. You have the ghost with the stand-up target bank in front of it, that's 3. You have we'll call it the inner loop towards the pop bumpers, which is 4. You have the elevator, which is the right ramp, 5. You have the right orbit shot that goes up. We call it the jump ramp, the theater ramp shot, the balcony shot. That's 6, and then you have a right scoop, which is 7. So there's 7 main shots on this game. There's also stand-up targets around the middle of the playfield. I count 4 stand-up targets, which all have their specific reasons to be shot for. And the modes for battling the ghosts, which I think a lot of people probably perceive as the main idea in America's Most Haunted, is you have these ghosts that are in the very back of the game, in the back box, and there's 6 different ghosts, and there's 6 different ghost battles that you go through, and those are your main objectives that are lit on inserts down the center of the game. So you have, starting from the bottom, moving to the top, you have Abandoned Hospital, so you're fighting the evil Dr. Ghost, who's hilarious. You have the Historic Theater, which might be my favorite of the modes as far as comedy and funny call-outs. Basically, the idea there is there's a ghost director who's really bummed that everyone left his play before the first act. And in that mode, you're actually completing targets to go through the acts of the play. It's very ingenious, very original. So then you have the War Fort, which you're fighting a Civil War era ghost, trying to fight him. The Haunted Bar, which you're fighting a how do I put this nicely in PG? A female bar hag ghost, I guess, with a well endowment of herself, who's trying to trap in one of your team members, and you're trying to let him escape from her in that mode. That's in the Haunted Bar. There's the Landmark Hotel, which is also a very fun one, because the creepy hotel innkeeper ghost, he's a creepy little old man, dirty old man type of ghost, has some very funny things to say to the female members of your ghost hunting group. And then there's the Old Prison, where you're battling the evil prison ghost warden guy who wants to conquer the world. So you have those 6 ghost battles, but all of that is actually only one of the 4 sections of the game that you're trying to complete. Now, to get to Demon Battle, I'm assuming you have to beat all 6 of those bosses and light all 6 of those inserts to check off that little insert at the very bottom, because you have the 4 sections I've been talking about. Bosses beaten, multi-ball complete, photo ace, and minion master. So bosses beaten, I'm assuming, again, I haven't done it because it's hard, is you beat all 6 of those. I hope to do that someday. Multi-ball complete, obviously you're completing a multi-ball, and multi-ball is based around locking balls in the elevator shot, which is a right ramp shot up to a servo-controlled elevator which moves up and down. And when it's down, that shot is simply a quick right return. So it's a right ramp that returns directly via wire form above the shooter lane and then crosses down into the right in lane. And so it's a very quick, nice return shot. Feels really satisfying. I love talking about satisfying shots in pinball. This game has them. Has a few of them actually that when you hit them, you're like, yes, I feel good about hitting that. So you have to light the locks with the elevator button, and then hit the shots into the elevator to lock balls and complete multi-ball. That's one of the sections. Photo Ace is a separate mode, which is started by, I believe, lighting stand-up targets, or hitting stand-up targets to spell one of the... I might have this wrong. But anyway, you light Photo Hunt by hitting a certain amount of shots, and then you hit the scoop shot when Photo Hunt's lit. That's where that insert is. And that starts your Photo Hunt. And you're going to have camera inserts around the major shots around the field of play that you have to then hit the flashing ones to collect a certain amount of photos. And I believe it default is the first time around is 3 of them. So once you do that, you get Photo Ace lit. And then the 4th one is Minion Master. Minion Master, I think, is some of the magic behind this game and why this game is going to appeal to a lot more, a wide audience. I want this for all the depth and the battles and the modes. Well, beautiful Miss Teresa has fallen in love with this game, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Minion Master. If we take a nod from Mr. Gary Stern and his easy-to-learn, hard-to-master ideas of pinball, America's Most Haunted does take that idea and put it into use, because I told you about all these different modes, and each of those modes, we'll go through those at a later date, are complex in what you have to do. It's often a series of shots that's switching around. It's not just hit one shot over and over. It's do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. They're really well thought out. Some of them are multi-ball, some of them are not. So it's not all the same thing all the time. But Minion Master is the main toy in the field of play. The play field has this ghost that spins around, servo-controlled, left to the center to the right, and he has a stand-up drop target bank below him, a la Attack from Mars, and he has like a little loop shot inside underneath him that has a magnet in it. So you lower that target bank by hitting all 3 targets, and actually I think the first time through, or first few times through, you only have to just hit any of them 3 times, which makes it a little easier. That goes down, and now you have to hit the minion. The minion ghost a certain amount of times, hit that shot, and I think there's an opto inside there in that little inner loop, kind of loop shot there where the magnet is, that the ball needs to cross and break the opto light to count as a hit. And you do that 3, 4, or 5 times depending on when you're playing it, which time you're playing it, and you beat the minion. And that shot's dangerous because you're shooting it right up the middle, and depending on how that ball is coming back out of that little inner small loop, you got to watch out for straight down the middle drains. So that's the 4th one. That's the Minion Master. And Minion Master, I believe, gets lit after you complete 3 minion kills. So once you've defeated your 3rd minion, you get a multi-ball, and I believe that's when Minion Master lights. So I may be a little sketchy on some of the rules here. Still learning it. So once you get all 4 of those completed, then I guess you go to the Demon Battle, the Wizard mode, which Charlie confirmed to me via email earlier today. There's no reports of anybody getting to Demon Battle yet. It has not happened. So eventually I'm sure somebody's going to set the game on 5 balls and cheat their way to it or something. But that's okay. So I'm having fun trying to get my way through it. I really like getting into the mode play. I think that, you look at some of them. So let's take the Dr. Ghost mode, which is the abandoned hospital insert. You hit that door that's to the left of the ghost, and that opens the door, and then you hit the shot a certain amount of times. And a lot of these inserts have 1, 2, and 3 below them, which you're lighting every time you hit the shot, which is a great thing for people who aren't super familiar with the game because they easily know how to, get something lit. It's light 1, 2, 3, and then the lock or the shot is then lit. So, like the Dr. Ghost, for instance, when that's lit and you do hit the little saucer shot, it locks in there, the door shuts, and then the ball stays there. Another ball is launched from the launcher lane automatically around to your left flipper, all the way around the orbit. And the goal now is to get that door open. You're trying to break the guy back out of the doctor's office, is kind of the storyline that you're getting on the DMD. On the very cool X-Pin green DMD, I might add. So you don't just smash the door. I think most programmers would have said, oh, just smash the door a bunch of times and get that open. What Ben wrote in the rules, Ben Heck, designed the game, thought the game up, is first you have to hit the bank of targets to distract the ghost, because the ghost is staring at the door when the mode starts, which is great. So you hit the drop targets. They're not drop targets. The bank of targets it drops. You hit that, and the ghost then is distracted and looks downwards. Like, hey, what was that? There's a whole story going on here. And you then hit the door. And then he looks back at the door like, wait a minute. And he's actually saying things the whole time like, go ahead and hit the door. I'm still going to sell your organs off to the black market. It's really funny. So then you have to hit the ghost again. And you have to do that all 3 times to then defeat that ghost. That mode is really cool because if you drain and don't succeed, that ball that you have locked in that saucer gets kicked up by the vertical up kicker onto the left return, which is another wire form that goes down to the left flipper, and you get a chance to relight that mode, or that mode's lit to then restart that mode by hitting it back up into that shot again, or just going about playing other modes. It really feels fleshed out. It really feels like there's a lot of thought put into making the modes fun and interesting, and every mode feels like almost a different game within a game. It's one of the reasons I bought this thing. I could tell that's how it was going to be. I knew the rules were like that upon just first kind of seeing it played, watching other people play it, and then getting to play it myself at shows and on location. So it's really exciting. It's a lot of fun. I won't go through all of them, but the modes they're very different. There's a lot of humor. There's other things going on. There's GLIR, lights, inserts above the outlanes and inlanes. And GLIR, I believe, is Ghost Locating Infrared Unit, is kind of what that stands for. So you get all those lit, and something good happens. That's actually how you light photo hunt there. I remembered it. So to light photo hunt, you light the GLIR, which you can move with your flippers across the inlanes and outlets. So that's how you get to the photo hunt. See, I'm remembering it as I'm looking at it. There's a lot going on in this game, and my thought on day one, honestly, as I was playing it, is this game might be too hard. Like, I may never be able to get through much of this game because it's really difficult and it's fast. And I found the steeper I made this game, the better chance I had with it, because when I had it first set up just out of the box and being impatient, just throwing it up and going, I had it set pretty flat and the ball just was moving sideways too much on me. This guy drains pretty hard right and left out lanes. There are straight down the middles for sure, but you can save a lot of those. It's the left and right out lanes. I've obviously loosened the tilt down a little bit so that I can move this thing around and try and save balls. Otherwise, I would have no chance. A tight tilt on this game would be absolutely brutal. So all of that together creates for something that it's fun, it's funny, it's really deep, and it's hard. So I just keep playing it over and over again. I've literally, at one point, I played like 30 games in a row yesterday. 30 games. I think I'm well over 100 games. I actually kind of want to go into the audits here and look at how many game audits, see how many games I've actually played on this thing. 171 games, so that's quite a bit. I don't even want to tell you the average ball time. I don't want to tell you this. It's 47 seconds. So a lot of that's Teresa. I'll blame Teresa. My high score to date on America's Most Haunted, for those of you who know how this game scores, is over 31 million, somewhere over 31 million. I would say a good game for me right now is 15, 16 million. Teresa's scoring in the 7 to 8 million range. So the build quality of this game, let's talk about that for a little bit. It's fantastic. It's solid as a rock. The armor, the rails, the lockdown bar are coated and textured, as with the legs. They match. It's like a dark gray with a black mixed in kind of pebble coating, just like the apron. It's all metal. It feels awesome. I love it. It actually makes the chrome next to it on Bride of Pinball look cheap and chintzy, I will say that. The clear coat on the playfield is maybe one of the best clear coats I've ever seen. And I've played other, brand new games right out of a box. It's not like it's the first time I've played a brand new game. But their clear coat on this playfield is fantastic. And I have, thrown a little bit of wax on it just when I got it first opened up and cleaned it the first time. Are there dimpling? I can already hear you saying, what about the dimples? Yeah, there's some dimples. That's to be expected. A little bit of dimpling. It's happening. But nothing like, bad or anything. I think this clear coat looks really, really well done. Let's see, looking around the game. There's a lot of 3D printed parts on this game. The Ghost itself is going to be the one that most people look to and go, oh, that's 3D printed. I believe so are the ball guides over the rollover lanes for the orb skill shot. That looks 3D printed to me as well. Some of the brackets underneath the game look to be 3D printed, and that's a big thing for small companies in the pinball world right now, because injection molding's really expensive and you often have to do a lot of it to make it work price-wise, and 3D printing has really been a big step forward where you can do, they can build 50 ghosts in-house on a 3D printer for a whole lot less than you could do sending that out for injection molding. So that's fantastic. And I know that Spooky is actually, either Ben or Spooky's site has the 3D printing files. So if I ever wanted to reprint one of these parts for some reason, I could do that, which is awesome. They used green star posts around the game, which is a nice touch. It looks like it's black rubber throughout. The LEDs in the game are single little small white LEDs throughout. I think there might have been some blue. Is there blue somewhere? Maybe blue LEDs in one of the pop bumpers. I've changed out about half the machine. I had a pretty good stockpile of different LEDs, but I ran out of what I needed. So it's funny, I have color matched a lot of the inserts on the playfield, and it's night and day. I would say that the LEDs used in the game would be one of my weak spots if I were to critique the game. Like my right side inserts, Photo Hunt, Army, Ghost, Bar Ghost, Spirit Guide, and the camera there are all done with different companies, beefier colored dual, I don't know, diode is the right word, LEDs, and they just look really good. Like the Army Ghost red one there is awesome. It just looks red and robust and really warm. Whereas if I look back up to the Fight Demon over on the left saucer shot, that still has the original stock white LED, and it looks like there's a white light shining through the middle of that mostly red insert. So I can't wait to color match the rest of these. That'll really help. A lot of people talked about the GI being too dark. It's dark. I think it's somewhat dark. I don't think it's too dark to play or see. I've been playing in a mostly very low light environment here when I turn the lights down in here. It's okay. It's supposed to be a dark theme. It's a ghost theme. They're supposed to be out in the dark looking for ghosts. I think it's very purposeful. It has strips of color-changing LED strips down both the right and left side of the cabinet. The same sort of strips that are actually lighting up the back box. So when you get into some of the modes, the ghost will turn green, the lighting on the sides turns green, the back box turns green. It's awesome. It's a really cool effect, and the music changes and the lighting changes, and it's very theatrical. It's very cool. The back box turns bright red when you tilt, and it makes me very, very angry. So that's perfect. The sound effects for losing your ball, the call-outs, they're funny. That's all really good. So, didn't love the LEDs. Definitely, they're using 40-cent LEDs, and I'm using dollar LEDs, I guess would be the best way to put it. And I can absolutely see why a company would not put the dollar LEDs in and go with the 40-cent, because do they look good? Yeah, they look fine. They're nice. They're a little too white for me. They're just lighting up all the inserts a little too white. The GI, I'm going to play with a little bit. I'll probably try some brighter GI in a couple spots. If there's a dark spot in this game, it's definitely the back quarter of the game. It's just begging for some sort of spotlight behind the elevator that then looks down across the pop bumpers. I actually ordered some different lights for the pop bumpers themselves because they're tucked in behind the balcony shot and you can't see them real well. And I want to try and light that up a little bit more. So I think there's I love playing with lighting on games, so that's going to happen. But yeah, that would be one of my spots where I'd say maybe the game missed the mark a little bit for me as far as rating it out. The music in this game is really good. Like, I think when I did my original Pinside rating on this game, I sort of knocked it for the music because I just didn't remember any of it, and it didn't seem like I'd heard anything good about the music, so I gave it a lower score, just trying to be somewhat fair and not be, hey, I got bunch of money into this game, I'm gonna rate it high. But I like the music in this game. It changes appropriately. There's some funny music in this game and some of the battles and the multi-balls. I think it's really well done. The flipper fidelity system in this game, I'm sold on flipper fidelity systems. The subwoofer on the bottom of the game mixed with the right and left stereo system with the car stereo type amp that's in the game. This thing gets loud. The sub will shake the room. You don't need a shaker motor in this game when you have that sub going. It's a lot of bass available to you if that's what you're looking for. I'm in a condo with neighbors above me, so I can only do so much of that. I really like that. I'm just trying to look around the game, tell you what else I'm thinking about. Underneath the game, very clean. I mean, this game is built cleanly. I can see they tried to not use too much wire in areas. Sometimes you pull up in a Williams game and there's so much wire, and sometimes it's like too much where it's hanging down low. I noticed some like shorter runs of wire on this game, and I don't know if that was done on purpose or it was just how they did it or what, but I like that. It looks really clean underneath there. The lockdown bar assembly is good. Everything works great. In the back box, there's one board in the back box with the two strips of the LED color changing lights that light everything up. That's there. Let's see. I mean, that's like a love fest, right? I just got the game, so, what am I supposed to say? Let's see. I was trying to... Let's talk about the game layout. Because that's going to be one of the big things for people who are maybe thinking about buying this game. Does it remind me of anything? Not really. I think that's one of the things I'm loving about this game, is it really seems unique in its layout. It's nothing dramatically crazy different we haven't seen. It's basically a fan layout with some shots, but it doesn't feel like anything. It's different enough that I feel like I'm playing something new and fresh, which is really good and really cool. Where would I critique it? I would say the scoop shot on the right. The scoop's been talked about by a lot of the owners on Pinside, and some people brought it up. The mechanism that's firing the ball out of the scoop, You can set it 0 through 9, so you have 10 settings on it. And I think the factory on it is 2 or 3, and it's like lightning fast. And unfortunately, it's aimed straight down the middle. So out of the box, I was getting like maybe every 4th scoop return going straight down the middle. So I went in and adjusted the coil down to 1, and that fixed it a lot. I went down to 0, but then the ball just sort of barely dribbled out, and then occasionally wouldn't get out on the first shot, and that was just annoying. I tried ramping it way up, but it didn't seem much different. The higher I got, it just was fast, like too fast. So I think I'm on 1 or 2 again right now. There may be some physical adjustment to be done in there. I'm trying not to do anything like that to this brand new game right now, but I've got it to a point where it's generally hitting down at the edge of my right flipper. And so I can sometimes either catch it or at least get a flying shot that's somewhat controlled off that right scoop. Don't totally love the way that plays. It makes it just really hard. The scoop shot doesn't feel safe. And you know what? I don't know if that's a complaint by me, a mediocre pinball player, or what. But that's I feel that way a little bit. Something interesting. So you have 3 skill shots on America's Most Haunted that you can select via the flippers before you. Is actually, as long as the ball's sitting on the in-lane switch, you can change the skill shot. So you have the far left skill shot is the pop bumpers. So you have to pull it just long enough to get to the pop bumpers, but not too far to continue down the left orbit. You can do the middle shot, which is the 3 rollover lanes, which spell out ORB for orb. Or you can do the basement shot, which is like the back end of the elevator, which is the really gentle kind of touch shot. And I love that. That's all great. I think that's really cool, and that's something that a lot of people are going to really appreciate in a home use game. That there's all this kind of, right from the start of the game, you have options. The orb shots. Let's start with the orb shots for a second. So the orb shots do sort of classic pinball work. They increase your multiplier for your bonus. That we've seen that a million times. That's classic. I like that. That's fine. They have a great music little note when you hit over the orbs, and when the speakers are turned up loud, you get this cool like ethereal I don't even know how to play it, like a gypsy orb sound. It's cool. Here's the problem. Beyond the 3 launch shots on a 3-ball game, it's almost impossible to get the ball back to those rollovers. You don't get there. If you hit clean shots, you'll never get there. Because the way it's situated, it's in between the pop bumpers, which you also really don't get to from the left orbit shot. You get to the pop bumpers mainly from that inner loop shot. The advanced fort shot, as I think about it, because that's the lit insert there. But that goes kind of loops to the left, whereas the orbs are up and back to the right. It's really almost impossible unless you hit a left orbit shot that sort of doesn't have all the steam it needs to get over to the prison or basement, as it may be, depending on what you're doing there, on the far right behind the elevator, and has enough to get past the pops, but not enough to get to that, and then falls into the orbs. It's really an accident shot. So those are rarely all lit. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 times in all those games collected that bonus advance multiplier by lighting all 3, and it was probably because I lit 1 or 2 of them off the skill shot. So that's sort of an interesting little design thing where it's really a forgotten about area of the game once you're into the game, which seems a little odd to me. And I don't know, there's no answer. I'm not sitting here staring at the game going, they should have made it like this. It's just the way it ends up being designed that those rollover targets are really kind of out of sight, out of mind once you get into the game and going. There's no kickback. Obviously, the game's sort of designed in a way that there wouldn't really be a kickback. You couldn't kick back into anything. You'd be straight up into a rubber post area, which is fine. The video mode. So there's a video mode in this game. I've gotten it exactly 1 time, and I don't know how I did it. And I keep telling myself, get online and go read the rules to figure out how to start the video mode. I haven't done it yet. I don't know how to start video mode. I know that on the game, on the apron, there's a sticker here that says flippers, lane change, tap during video mode, and I don't know how to get to video mode. So there's nothing on the play field anywhere that tells me how to get to video mode. And I know video mode was something that Ben added in fairly late in the development of this game, probably way past the point where they had any chance to put it on plastics or put it on the playfield anywhere. So I don't know. I'll have to look that up. So that's one thing that I could see somebody playing the game 100 times and never seeing video mode, because I certainly have only seen it once or twice, or once, exactly one time, and it was probably at around play 150, to be quite honest. So, the spook again insert between the flippers, your shoot again, your like ball save. I put a color changing red, green, blue LED into that so that it looks like a flickering TV of different colors down there, because it's a little TV insert. That's kind of cool. I'm trying to think what else I could tell you about what's going on here. There's flashers, a few flashers around the game. I think there's 3 flashers under purple lights. I wish there was maybe a little bit more use of the flashers at certain spots, because I've noticed that they don't seem to do a lot, or if they do, I'm just missing them. But for the most part, I will tell you that everything's pretty well thought out here. The way the modes start and end, the way that you get to multi-ball, the way that the skill shots call out to you, the way that when you miss getting the ball out of the shooter lane, the game makes fun of you and tells you that you're terrible. A lot of the little things in this game are there. Is it 100% the most fleshed out, perfect thing I've ever seen in my life? No, it's not. And it shouldn't be. It's an independent game. It's the first game from Spooky Pinball. Ben Heck is still, putting out updates for this game. There will be more little things to come out here and there. Extra ball. I don't know how to get an extra ball in this game. I have no idea. There's an extra ball insert on the left saucer shot. No idea how to get that thing lit. EVP. EVP is this... like the scanner thing that shows you I don't even know. I'm not that big into like the ghost hunting world, but it's like a little electronic thing that tells you how much ghost activity is in the area. I don't fully know what that does. So there's a few little things in this game that I'm still trying to figure out what they do, how to get them, and it's part of the fun, honestly. I almost don't want to go like run and like read about it right now. I'm trying to learn it. It's hard. This game is hard, and I hope that good pinball players out there in the world get a chance to really put some time on this, because I want to see some world-class pinball players attack this game, because from where I'm standing, this game is really tough and really challenging, and I appreciate that. So I wish everybody could play this game and get to see the humor. This is one of the funniest pinball machines I've ever played. I want to call it the funniest, but I hate to use absolutes like that, but it's one of the funniest games I have ever played. There are so many times where Teresa and I are playing, and she gets mad. I gotta talk quietly here, she'll hear me. Teresa gets really mad when she loses her ball, or flips too early, and then the ball like just lightly bounces up over the flipper and down the drain. She gets really mad. And to have the snotty, bratty girl voice come out and yell, "Lame!" when she loses her ball after she gets really mad, it makes her laugh, it makes her smile, and it makes you want to go to your next ball. That's a good thing. So there's a bit of magic in this game that I saw early on the first times I played it, and I knew that I was going to buy this game right then. So that's why I got it. I have it. It's fun. It's just enthralling to me. I'm playing it a lot. Spooky Pinball can build a pinball machine, and building a pinball machine is hard. So kudos to them. I already talked to Charlie. He's going to come on Coast to Coast Pinball in the next little while, days, week, I don't know, sometime soon. And we're going to talk about the game from his point of view as the actual guy building it. I'm going to reach back out to Ben Heck, who we've had on the show before, and talk to Ben about how to get extra balls and how to get to video mode and all that good stuff. And we'll get to hear his thoughts on, it's been about over a year since I talked to Ben about the game on the show. So we'll get to hear where he's at with the game and maybe pick his brain about some of the intricacies of America's Most Haunted. And will he ever do another game? So I think this is a winner, and there's not going to be a lot of them out there. So I feel pretty happy about having this guy in here, and so far so good. I wish you all the best of luck trying to get to play one. I know that a few people have emailed me and told me that I was the driving force on them actually going out and buying the game, so I hope I sent you in the right direction. I think I did. I think you'll really enjoy it. These are just sort of my first opinions on America's Most Haunted, because I wanted to get something out there. I know people were emailing and asking. So there you go. It's awesome.
Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Nate.
What's going on?
I'm standing in front of your brand new machine.
But the segment's called Getting in Bed with Teresa.
I know, but you told me to come in here.
Shh, don't break down the fourth wall. You're ruining it. It's all right. So what's going on here? How you doing?
I'm good.
We're like looking at our little game here we got.
I know, we've been playing it a bunch.
We have been playing it a bunch. So what are your thoughts? Give me the Teresa Shivers take on my newest game, America's Most Haunted. What do you think?
I love the girl.
You love the girl?
With, like, the Minnesota accent, whoever she is, who, like, tells you, I sense a ghost in the pop bunkers.
Your spirit guide, it's her.
Oh, I didn't know if it was her.
No, it's her. She's the one that senses things, because she's got the orb.
Okay, well, she's hilarious. I love the stuff she says, like, you really know where to place your balls, or whatever.
Teresa, family show.
She makes lots of jokes about balls. That's funny. And I like the, bimbo chick. She says, gag me with a spoon. And I actually said that in middle school.
You said that in middle school?
I did.
Did you hear the time when I was in the mode with the creepy hotel operator and she goes, gag me with a spoon? And he goes, I plan on it.
I did hear that. It's really funny.
It's funny.
I love the DMD. That's what it's called, right?
It's a dot matrix display.
Yeah,
very good. It's green, right?
Yeah, I love that it's green. I love all the ghosts, like when you go into the mode to actually kill one of them. They're really cute and funny. And the girl, the one in the bar that you showed me, the bar ghost.
The bar ghost, yeah.
She's, like, voluptuous.
Right. She's pretty voluptuous, isn't she?
She's funny. I like how she's, like, floating on her back trying to get with the camera kid.
So I've watched you play, and I noticed that your main thing to do is to try and get the minions. You want a minion battle. Drop the targets and kill the ghost.
I do. I like that. I like the up the middle center shots like Tron and
Attack from Mars.
Attack from Mars. I was about to say Mars Attacks.
Don't do it. That's old school Coast2Coast Pinball.
I know.
So overall, though, you're happy with this as in the house as a game?
I am. I like the music. I like the call-outs. I love the playfield. I think it's like totally fun. The little ramp jump shot is awesome. The elevator is awesome. Like,
yeah, I didn't talk about the ramp jump shot very much, but it's a right orbit shot that goes to a metal ramp that has a big gap in it.
It's so fun.
And you have to hit it hard enough and it jumps the gap and spins back around to the left return.
I like the basement shot when you do the skill shot too.
Yeah.
I like it how like you have to pull the plunger pretty softly.
Yeah.
And like if you have a couple of bad attempts, he's like, quit holding up the line, or makes fun of you. I generally like games that make fun of you for sucking. So this is a game for me.
This is a game for you. Is it too hard for you?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Good.
It's like it's not like so hard that I can't enjoy it. Like
you're beating the ghost.
Monster Bash was like that for a while with me.
Really?
For some reason. Like it took me a while to be able to like play for a bit.
Gotcha.
And I like that there's instead of play again, a spook again.
Yeah.
Do you just have it set to where it's every single time? Or is that the game?
No, that's the game. I didn't change it. It's
well, you know, you can turn
Twilight
off
Zone only has it on the
very
first ball.
First ball.
And it's supposed to have it on no balls. I set it on that for you.
Oh. Thank you. I will say when it comes, is this called the plunger?
No, that would be the scoop shot.
Okay.
The scoop.
When it comes out of the scoop, it's so fast. You gotta pay attention when it comes out, or you're just, gonna lose your ball. I've killed a ghost. I've started. Is it called a mode?
Yes.
I've started
the abandoned hospital mode.
Yep. I want to start the hotel mode.
Yep.
But I haven't yet. So I'll get there. I'm getting better at not losing the ball right away. It's really smooth and fast and fun.
It is fast, isn't it? Very cool. All right. Well, where have you been? You haven't been on the show in a while.
You have been recording after I go to bed.
Oh, so it's my fault.
It is. And, I mean, the holidays, you recorded a show. Was I in the hotel room while you recorded that?
You were.
See,
you
could have done a moment with me then.
Oh, this is Coast2Coast Guilt and Blame. Teresa, I see what we've got here.
That's awesome. But Happy New Year, everybody.
Yep, I'm sure they all said Happy New Year back to you. All right, well, that's it. I appreciate you coming on Coast2Coast Pinball, Teresa.
Wait, one more thing.
What you got?
I like the cow.
You like the cat. She found the cow. The hidden cow. Very good. All right. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
right, so that is episode 130 of Coast to Coast Pinball in the books. I know there's a lot of news going on. There's a lot more WrestleMania talk to come. Arcade Expo and banning next weekend. Lots of stuff to get the new year going. We will pick that back up on episode 131. Definitely wanted to get a first take sort of look into my America's Most Haunted game. So thanks for joining us. If you want to email me, you can always email me at coast2coastpinball@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. Until next time, here's Teresa playing America's Most Haunted. Bye. All right, Teresa, let's play a game.
Okay.
I never believed in ghosts until I did.
I'm gonna go for the basement.
Basement skill shot? All right.
He's gonna make fun of me.
I wouldn't do that to you. Come on.
No, the game is gonna make fun of me.
Oh, because you're going...
See?
Yeah.
Good thing the ghosts aren't going anywhere.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Come on, that's like 6 times.
Right.
She can't get the ball to the shooter lane.
Shut up! You have to do it gently.
Many people died in this Civil War fort.
How many more hits do I need?
For the minion thing?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. It's open. Get him.
I'm gonna try.
Spirit guide.
I went into the scoop.
Yep.
Light.
Light haunted bar.
Or that's the lazy.
Get ready.
moves.
Here's the haunted bar.
Okay, she's so funny.
Y'all don't want me to leave this place. You lack me.
She has big bazingas. Ghosty ones.
Y'all couldn't hit the wrong side of my mother. Yeah.
Get it in there.
I'm trying. Okay, I'm gonna get it.
There you go.
Get it.
All right.
Great. I'm gonna get a spiritually transmitted disease.
I've never heard that.
Cover that. Never safer.
What do I have to shoot?
The targets.
What does that mean, the target? Oh, the 3.
Yeah. One more. It's the middle one. Oh, you drained, babe.
I felt nervous.
Oh, you started again.
I
You
know.
restarted it. You gave her the ball back.
But where does the other one come
It'll auto shoot for you. Here it comes.
Okay. How many hits?
All 3 of those targets.
I did it, right?
Nope, you missed it. You gotta hit the left target.
Ew.
Good save.
Yowza.
Save me.
I'm trying.
Oh!
So mad right
You didn't
now.
save him.
But then I get to keep going?
No, sorry. You already did that once.
Is that my last ball?
And that was ball 1.
Oh.
It's a good game you got going here. 3.7 million.
the
Good ball
board.
1. Nobody's still listening to this, I promise.
What?
They're all still listening. Anything with you. You know that your name is the second most searched thing on my website?
Oh, does that make you sad?
Oh, we got a little hung up ball. You're gonna tilt. Hang on, let me do it.
Okay.
So we're getting a live ball hang on the pot bumpers. There we go.
Is that what that's called? A ball hang?
Yeah, hang.
I get that shot a lot.
Kill the ghost, Teresa.
Trying.
Kill it.
Pressure! You made me drain.
I didn't make you drain. You flipped too early.
But I wasn't concentrating because you were being mean.
The ghost in the basement.
No.
Please don't go for the basement. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna go for the orb lanes.
I sense you made the skill shot.
Very nice.
She senses I made the skill shot.
I sense for that too. Am I my spirit guide? Don't be afraid to nudge the game, babe.
I hate nudging it. You can't talk to me when I'm playing.
It's on the show. I can do whatever I want. It's my show. I'm still choking.
That's karma.
Is that karma?
You being mean.
Dying to be one.
I'm mean match a lady screams. And there's not a loud slap. I like that.
I'll show you a loud slap.
I can't believe you said that.
Bye.
Bye.